PSN online services restored across the board. So what happened in gaming recently? We saw multiple different networks go down all across gaming, and I for one am a little bit shocked how fragile we really saw gaming was. Just in an instant, all of these services go down and people are disconnected all over the place. I heard reports that people couldn't even put discs in their systems and play. It wasn't able to be working. It's a scary place to be when you can see how fragile it is. Perhaps there should be some sort of backup. I mean, us as gamers, I think deserve a little bit more than this. And really, I may have to start stacking up some Nintendo cartridges just in case. I don't know. What do you do when game services go down? Because I really feel like that was the only place to really get gaming experiences at that time.
It's a difficult one at the moment because you don't particularly have a choice. If you're on PC, for example, you're buying from Steam. There is no physical media over on the PC side of things. Like I say, game cartridges for Switch, they do have the game on there. It is the base version. It is the Gone Gold launch version. So if that game is absolutely diabolical at launch, you will want an internet connection to update it and have it workable. Like, say, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games, they were god-awful at launch. They're a bit better now. They're still awful, but they're a bit better. So you kind of want the physical option to be able to play. The problem we're facing with so many of these games, and you can see it with the Ubisoft title of Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows coming later this year, both require you to have an internet connection at all times to play the game. And both of those are single-player titles. So the moment these services go down, and these services will go down, they are a network, the same as a mobile network, the same as a television network, the same as anything else. They can be quite fragile. They can fall over at a moment's notice. They could fall over, and I have seen this. I have been in a company when this has happened. A whole server set can go down because the cleaner unplugs a server to plug the vacuum in to do their job. So all of that information is gone until that server's plugged back in and done its repair loop. So there is a lot that can go wrong with these networks. And when we've got single-player games that are suffering because of it, I understand multiplayer games, you need that server capacity and availability to actually be able to play them. But when you've got single player or split screen games that can't be played because there isn't an internet connection, that isn't good enough. These need to be able to be played from your local hardware, and we've got to be vocal about it. It's got to be a vocal response from the community that this is what we want. And we have seen it from PlayStation, we have seen it from Nintendo in the past, that they have change their tune, change their tack when we get vocal about things that are not working well for us. So by all means, have your physical editions, have your single player games, but make it known that you want to be able to play these things offline, because if you can't and these servers go down, what happens in 10 years when they turn the PlayStation 5 servers off? Right? You can still play all your PlayStation 3 games currently on your PlayStation 3, you just can't play the multiplayer because the servers aren't there, but all of the rest of the game is available if you stick the disc in the drive. We are in a position now where we might not have that availability in 10 years' time for the PlayStation 5, and that needs to be addressed now whilst the PlayStation 5 is current. So it's about us being vocal. That's all you can do. I don't know if Microsoft servers are back up today. I know they were down yesterday for Xbox, so they're struggling as well. They're suffering. I know Nintendo have had an outage in the last 3 or 4 weeks. There's challenges everywhere at the moment, and it's about us gamers being vocal and saying what we want.
Well said. Well said. Good points. I can't help but agree.